has been a remarkably cold but otherwise pretty benign winter, maybe changing over the next 24 hours. That is our winter threat index. We have taken it to a 2. Reason being is primarily for the travel impacts that are expected, and that'll begin to take place as soon as late tomorrow afternoon, more likely as we get you on into tomorrow night and the first part of Saturday. Go ahead and take that. And as we are looking at it, again, there is your timeline. Should be a pretty quick change going from rain to freezing rain to sleet to snow, and that'll occur tomorrow afternoon. Accumulation is likely, and travel impacts do look to be significant. So what we're talking about, a pretty general 3 to 6 inch snow. You do see there is a swath where the snowfall is heavier. Right now we're forecasting that to be up to the north and west, but if the path of the low ends up traveling another 30 miles to the southeast, we'll just move that swath right along with it. To the southwest, you see 1 to 3 inches with ice. There could be some significant icing, say, from maybe Boyle County, certainly Casey County, then back to the southwest through the Lake Cumberland area, and perhaps a little bit less in the far southeast corner. At this point, here are your winter alerts. Winter storm warning, you got Henry, Shelby, Spencer, Nelson County. From there west, everybody else, and that's all of us at central eastern Kentucky is under a winter weather advisory. Do not be surprised if that warning gets nudged eastward sometime later on tonight. That's again from the Weather Service, and you can see the warnings go all the way down to the northwest corner of Mississippi and then up into Indiana, and then from around Cleveland on up into the Great Lakes there in New England. So it's a pretty wide swath that this storm is cutting. So let's put a timeline here. Tomorrow morning, rain and mild and very warm in eastern Kentucky. After the noon hour, Arctic cold begins to plow in. Rain will change to freezing rain, sleet, and then eventually to snow. Friday evening through Saturday, snow with accumulation and again significant travel impacts at least for a time. So what's going on? The rain again changes to freezing rain and snow. We're looking at this Friday afternoon and Friday night. The meteorology here, it's Arctic air that's coming in and coming in quickly. It's going to undercut the warmer air aloft. That's how you set up the freezing rain and sleet. It's replacing the record warmth that we've seen. And there will be a swath of heavier snow with this. We'll continue to track that. So again, the real life impacts, worst case scenario, multiple inches of snow and ice. Travel is difficult well into the weekend. Best case scenario, and that's looking a little less likely, is just an inch or two with a little bit of ice. Either way, I think Friday night is going to be nasty for traveling. Both of these scenarios end brutally cold this weekend. So how do we get there? It's the secondary low down here to the south, which by tomorrow morning is in Middle Tennessee. There is your cold front continuing to work its way eastward. The storm should cut on the west side of the Appalachians. So as the early part of the afternoon, most of us are in rain, but again, a very quick transition over to freezing rain, sleet, and then eventually snow. And then the snow covers the area tomorrow night into the early part of Saturday. And then we'll see just barbaric cold begin to pour back into us. So we have seen that scenario before. MaxTrack Live Doppler, fairly quiet. I want to show you this real quick. Watch the temperatures. Watch Pikeville. Watch Lexington. So from tomorrow morning, still in the 50s, here comes the cold by 1 o'clock. Could be 70 in Pikeville and dropping to near freezing throughout the bluegrass. So there you go. Forecasts in detail. We kind of skipped ahead here to the 8-day, but that'll get you all you need to know. Tomorrow's high, whatever you walk out the door tomorrow morning, that's your high. Temperatures will be falling through the day. Rain changes over to ice and snow. Temperatures by, say, this time tomorrow should be somewhere below freezing. The weekend is just cold, and that continues into next week.
And you know, the weather that's coming in would be bad enough, but like you said, the frigid temperatures with it.
And you get the rain, and then with those cold temperatures, and at some point salt stops working.
And that's why it's so important to be prepared. You don't want to get stuck in your car overnight somewhere. Thank you, Bill.